Or a hot toddy chaser for my whiskey.
So are you going a little double dickle? Double dickles at once?
So the DP double dickle?
The Chiefs are like the 96 Bulls or something.
Yeah!
No! God, you guys got to get out.
Of Nipplegate.
Oh, boy.
No one's going to bring up
right.
20 years.
You got me
That's
there.
right.
Gentlemen, it's
What's up, boys?
week.
The
Super Bowel Movement Week.
The big game.
Hell
Super
yeah.
Bowel Movement. Boys, episode 28. Welcome to the Juice Boys Show. Three brothers-in-law, stupid enough to start a weekly sports podcast, too stupid to stop after. 28. Show drops every Friday. Be sure to follow on Instagram, YouTube, the Tiki-Taki, all the latest updates, other fun pieces of sports content. Boys, what a weird little evening.
Yeah.
Joey's dying, but he showed up.
I don't feel well. I
And
don't.
he sounds terrible, but he's here.
Poor fella.
Yeah.
Chris
I mean,
is
I'm just
dying.
Getting my
and
inner
he's-
Barry White is going on right
Yeah.
now.
Chris is sick, but he showed up.
Yeah.
And as a little backup, we have a special guest who is going to be getting called in the bullpen for Joe, but Joe shows up. I was going to do a whole rant on how
Yeah, we
me and
did
Chris
not
show
think
up.
you were going to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Lil Juice Chase McCoy.
Lil Juice.
Thank you for
Little
having me. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Chase, please
Little Juice.
give your fandom so all the biases are known, all the teams that you do enjoy before we start.
Yes, I'm a diehard Chiefs fan.
Wah, wah.
Big surprise. Yeah.
Got to get him on
Diehard.
before next week before he's crying.
Yeah. Before we win the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Diehard Nuggets fan, even a bigger Nuggets fan. So last year was a great year for me.
It's a great year for
Royals
everybody.
fan, I would say, if I was a baseball
sir.
fan.
Hey, Bobby Witt, baby. Big
Bobby
news
Witt.
there.
Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out the
big
Royals.
contract.
And soccer. I like soccer more than you guys. So
You're a Chief soccer
I know
guy.
a little bit. I know a little bit.
you do. I've heard you talk about soccer. You do. You know some
I
stuff.
know essentially nothing.
Yeah.
But that can be said kind of broadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
So between Joey and Chris, they are one human trying to get through today. Chase filling in. We have a good episode. We show up. I was gonna kill Joey for not showing up today. I was gonna kill him
Joey's struggling already.
because we made it. This guy's
He's already on the mute button.
That's right. I'm
We
gonna
made
be
an oath.
intermittent. I'm gonna be intermittent. It's gonna
we
be
made
in
an
and out.
oath when we started this podcast that we were going to arrive, rain or shine, dying or not. We were going to make
Joey
it. Joey was gonna
cannot be
bail.
stopped.
Joey was going to not make it, but he did. So we were so happy that you're here.
Because you can't, you won't, and you don't stop.
Boys, you guys know the drill. We got a sports docket. One we're going to jump into the big week. We got squeezes of the week, big potato, big topic of the day, and some picks that
I
Chris
wonder
will
what
bring
the
us home
picks
on.
could be about.
Yeah, I know. The Super Bowl, Super Bowel movement.
One last
Boys,
shot.
Chase, you get to start us off. What adult beverage are you considering?
I'm drinking a gin and LaCroix, also
Gin
known as a Gin Squee, apparently.
Gene Squee.
And it's not too bad. It's my first
Apparently.
one. Yeah.
It's
I
your
might
first
start
one.
drinking them.
It might start. It's the gate. It's the gateway.
And not
it's the
stop,
gateway
yeah.
drink. Yeah,
Christoph, what do you got? If you say it. Actually, no, hold on. No. Joey, what are you drinking?
Oh, my God. Tired of this disrespect.
Joey, what are you drinking?
So because I have
You're
caught
dying.
whatever fungus thing have
Oh,
this,
it's a fungal thing.
it feels like it's a fungal
sounds
infection
problematic.
inside of my lungs. It feels like I'm like the original Last of Us video game with like the spores in the air that just get in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
gnarly.
I think that's what's
My
happening.
God.
I think that's what's happening. It's spreading around my school. It's spreading around the school. But my lovely wife picked me up a surprisingly outstanding bottle of whiskey, George Dickel bourbon. It's
Get a
outstanding.
little dickle in you.
George
Yeah, the
what?
old Dickel.
Tickle my
George
dickle?
Dickel.
Tickle that dickle.
Tickle my
buddy.
dickle, George
Tickle my
Dickel
dick.
bourbon.
Oh, you bet.
It's established 1870.
Tickle and Dickle
Crafted,
since
handcrafted small
1857.
batch, aged 8 years, Kentucky. Actually, no, it's not Kentucky.
That is the correct
Oh,
pronunciation.
It's Tullahoma, Tennessee. So I poured some of
Basically
that.
Kentucky.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So I poured some of that and mixed it in with some tea, some honey, and some hot water and lemon, and I made myself a hot toddy.
A hot dickle.
A hot dickle to tickle my dickle and my throat. So
Ooh, okay.
that's right. That's right.
Wow. That was graphic.
pause.
Should we
yeah.
let Chris out of the doghouse now? What he's drinking?
No,
let
I
him
don't
out.
give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't need your approval.
What are you drinking, Chris?
What are you drinking?
I'm also drinking a hot toddy, obviously.
Is there some Dickel in your throat?
I could use a little Dickel in my throat. Unfortunately, all I had was Elijah Craig. I for those who don't know, I live with a toddler who goes to daycare. So basically,
Tyler
I live
loves
with-
whiskey, so it's always,
I live
always
with
cleaned out. So-
patient zero, 365 days a year. So I'm pretty much constantly some form of sick.
Hot toddies have made too much of an appearance on this.
They are
That's your
really
program.
becoming a staple.
Well, when you have infants and you work in a school, you're constantly sick.
That's true. That's valid.
I'll
Just wait
bring
for the
us home a
summer.
little-
Wait for the summer. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
So no beer chaser for old Joe.
Oh no, I got a whiskey chaser for my hot toddy.
Love it.
So yeah, or a hot toddy chaser for my whiskey.
So are you going a little double dickle? Double dickles at once?
So the DP
Two
double
dickles.
dickle. Some
Did we go blue, guys? Did we go blue? I'll bring us home with some West Bottoms, Kansas City made whiskey, boys.
Can't
Bottles
wait to
almost
try it.
done.
can't
Oh,
wait
it's
to
gone.
try it.
No, it's gone.
No, I know, but when I go back out there,
I feel like
then
they
I'll go, you know,
still
we'll
make
go.
more, though.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I hope he didn't just get the last bottle.
that ever existed. All right, boy.
Cody bought a bottle, then burned the place down.
That was it. Let's jump into the
I
sports
can't-
docket. We got Chase here to start us off with. We're gonna go a little NBA. We've talked about Super Bowl is almost done. We got to brush up on some other sports. We got to figure out how to talk about that. That's kind of wild.
We got the next 6 months until football's back.
golf.
Yeah,
we
what are you
got-
guys
we
going
got
to
a lot
talk
of
about?
stuff.
Golf is back, boys. We're
lot of
we're
baseball.
home. We're home safe.
Baseball, NASCAR,
Baseball,
and golf.
we've got countless opportunities to talk about Randy Johnson.
Yes,
I think we're going to be fine.
Okay.
It's,
Well-
baseball's going to be tough with Rockies and Royals fans, but we're going to do our best. We're going to do our
We'll
best.
do what we can.
Talk broad strokes.
This year, the NBA implemented a rule that you had to play 65 games in order to be eligible to win any type of awards, which is also about Halliburton getting bonuses. So
All
a lot of
NBA. You have to be all NBA.
Yep,
not
a lot
just
of,
awards,
contracts put awards in, and including All-Star, All-NBA, other awards, to get millions of dollars. And so this has recently come up with Joel Embiid getting hurt and
Yes.
maybe forcing it to go out and play to stay eligible, and Tyler Halliburton, which got hurt and could miss out on a $40 million contract incentive. So do we like this rule? It's starting to go around. It was implemented this year to get rid of load management. Mr. Lil Juice.
Lil
Thoughts to get us started.
First, can I
I'm-
get clarification? Who's Tyler Halliburton?
Therese.
Tyrese
What did I
Halliburton.
see? I said
Tyrese.
Tyler? Damn it.
the
Way
white
to keep
version,
it,
yeah.
too. I went too
Just had
far.
to take advantage of that opportunity.
Nice
Go
job.
ahead, Lil Juice.
I have to keep it, too.
Well, I have my notes here.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Well, it seems like a lot of players are complaining about this rule. Big surprise. But I mean, I feel like it started with the Spurs and load management.
What with Duncan and Parker?
Yeah, just all stars sitting out, Kawhi Leonard, that type of stuff.
Yeah, Kawhi definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he does it in the playoffs, I feel like. But what I feel like people don't talk about is it's more to reward the players that are playing over 65 games.
If you get hurt, I mean, so anybody can
It's
get
more to reward
anybody
people
can
playing.
get hurt, yes, but at the same time, if you miss 17 of the 82 games, are you an all NBA player?
No,
I mean,
you shouldn't be.
That's a massive chunk of the season. And I want to say something about what you said, Cody, on the introduction here, saying that Joel Embiid forcing his way in to get hurt. No, this was a completely isolated injury from what he was complaining about what happened before. Did
It
you see
was,
him
yeah.
get hurt? He got
It was
hurt 'cause
gnarly.
it was bad. His leg was laid up on somebody when they were on the ground, and some dude just his knee
Dove
went
on it,
straight into his leg,
Ooh.
and it just you could see it bend. And so
Oh.
I think that now they're going to be playing that off as some horse shit from when he was sitting out against Denver and saying that, no, they shouldn't have rushed him back. That would have happened. That could have happened to fucking anybody. And that was a freak occurrence. And of course it happened to Joel Embiid because he's so long and lanky. But no, that's a false narrative, dude. And they're going to start pushing that now. And they're going to be like, well, if he wasn't pushing it, it's like, no, he sat out because he's a puss and he didn't want to go against and he didn't want to go out. He didn't want to go against Jokic.
Joe Dumars has said there's going to be some things like this that pop up, but it overall is better for the game, which I could not agree with more. You can't play less than 65 games and expect to win an MVP, get all NBA, get all defense. It's disrespectful to the game.
It makes sense. At some point in time, you've got to decide on some sort of arbitrary threshold at which you say, anything beneath this is just below what we're going to consider our minimum qualification. So
Is it 20%?
I can't disagree.
Is that 20% of the season that you miss? Is that the number?
That is, yeah. The 17 games would be 82 games roughly. Yeah. So you go back and you look at like these classic players, these great all-time players. Because we talk about Larry Bird a lot on this podcast because he's one of my all-time favorites. But the dude had a worse back than me. Okay, and I've got a bad back. All right, and I've got a bad back. And
you've seen it, his back.
And before besides his season where he was hurt, his lowest season total that he played was 74 games. Okay, jeez. So it's just like, and that's with him. He was not 100% every single game.
When was the last time Kawhi Leonard played 70 games? I think it's a great rule.
Never.
Of course, it's Joel Embiid, and especially with Halliburton and the money is why this is getting more attention because that's like $40 million he's not going to get.
Yeah,
but would he make all NBA?
Yeah, I feel bad for Halliburton. I feel bad for Halliburton because he is an all NBA player. That dude he's unbelievable. He's probably the best. He's probably the best point guard in basketball right now. Not even probably. He is the best point guard in basketball right now.
I do have a stat. The only person to win MVP while playing less than 65 games, besides like a lockout season, COVID season.
Yeah.
I guess I'll let you guys guess.
Okay. Let's see. The
77-78 season.
Well, I'm
you already
out.
told me, so I can't
Bill
guess.
Walton.
Yeah, Bill Walton. There it is.
Bill
He played
Walton.
58 games.
Wow, impressive.
Averaged 19, 13, and 5.
And won the MVP.
That's an MVP season, yeah.
And he won the MVP.
He was an unbelievable defender.
Yeah.
But Portland won the championship that year, which is actually remarkable. But
wow.
So they did 65 games for a specific reason.
Off.
Yeah, Joey's just showing off. He's sick and he's still showing.
He knows more half dead than the rest of us combined.
This is Joey's flu game. He's going to be pulling out stuff more than even normal. All right, jumping into the football world. It's official. Mike Vrabel out. Not going to be employed this year. Pete Carroll was kindly asked to leave. Will not have a job this year. And old Bill, the GOAT, Belichick, out of a job this year.
he will be employed on Monday after Andy Reid retires.
No.
What? Is that what
Bill
you're saying?
Belichick will be the head coach of the Chiefs when Andy Reid retires next
that's
week.
outlandish.
Plot twist, yeah.
He might retire at the parade, so I'll give him Tuesday.
The parade's Wednesday. Get your facts
I'll
straight.
give him Wednesday.
Is that a squeeze?
Wow, you really think so? That is a squeeze.
Yeah, I think so. That's why he hasn't taken a job to this point. You think the Commanders weren't going to hire him? Of course they are.
I think he wants too much power. There's no way. He's taking a TV job.
No, he wants to win. He wants to beat Don Shula's record, and he can.
No
do
one
that.
wants him though. I think that's the weirdest thing. And
Yeah,
then
he seems like a terrible fit for the Chiefs, though. Like,
the exact opposite of Andy Reid.
yeah,
Andy Reid took what Bill Belichick was doing and turned it into the offensive side of things. Like the first decade of the 2000s was Belichick defense, Patriot way, and then the rules started opening up. It turned into more the Andy Reid style of play. He was way ahead of his time. There's no way.
The only way that won't happen is if Andy Reid doesn't retire. If Andy Reid retires, then Belichick will be the coach. Mark it. I'm putting it in the book. I'm putting it in the
that
book.
could be
I'm putting it in the
its
book.
own squeeze. Oh,
Yeah, that's a terrible take. There's no way Andy Reid.
Yeah, there's no way, Joey.
You have Jesus Christ at quarterback, and you're just gonna be like, I'm feeling a little old right now. I don't want to do it.
All right. You guys, remember
We are built like an old
remember how
Patriots
many
team right
times
now.
yeah, exactly.
How many
Remember
times-
how
say
many
that, Jeff?
times that I picked, they're built exactly like the Patriots team that dominated for 20 years. Exactly. That's why Belichick would want to go there.
I thought you meant they don't pay wide receivers.
They don't. They're built exactly the same. Strong defense, good offensive line, a quarterback who doesn't make mistakes. That's it. Think about Pacheco is every single Patriots running back that they had. You can get you 70, 80 yards a game and touchdowns and just not fumble.
Yep. And we're not trying to be sexy anymore. Chiefs are not trying to be sexy. We're just trying to get the lead, hold on for dear life, let the defense play. Oh, I'm so excited for Sunday. Mike Vrabel, it came out that he was a little intimidating, that he's a bigger fella.
Yeah, I could not
Wouldn't fall in
believe
line,
that.
Chris.
Yeah, that the report coming out of the Pro Bowl is that there was a GM talking about, that Mike Vrabel, he's a pretty big guy that can be pretty intimidating for people. Like,
Yeah, we
won't
need the
fall in line.
We need the Mike McDaniels.
Yeah, you are around behemoths each and every time you are near one of your linemen, but you're like, Vrabel, he's just too scary.
Yeah, I guess that
Can't have him here. He's
I guess
scary.
that's the same mentality in Detroit.
That's a good point. Chase, do you want Mike Vrabel or Bill Belichick if Andy Reid were to somehow retire? I would take Vrabel over Belichick.
I would take neither. Would be my answer. I think Bill Belichick. I think his style is a bit old.
Well, so is the Chiefs' entire
bring
team.
Back
right
Eric Bieniemy then, or what? Who's
That's
your
actually what I said. I said this yesterday to Cody. Andy Reid retires. Bieniemy becomes the head coach.
Yes, sir.
Horrible.
The prodigal son returns after being run out of the Commanders.
Oh, by Dan Quinn. Yeah, everyone's so sad Dan Quinn didn't.
See,
Dan Quinn running Cliff. Do you want Cliff Kingsbury or Eric Bieniemy? Who would you take?
Oh my God, neither.
Are those my options?
Cliff Kingsbury is still ringing out the rag from that one Johnny football season.
And Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. His networking is incredible.
He is a beautiful study in falling ass backwards into untold success.
He just hands a business card over saying, "I coach Patrick Mahomes," and then gets employment.
He did have the Cardinals at like 11-0 a couple years ago. That was nuts. Then they finished like 11-5.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how'd he do after that?
Yeah.
Belichick and Andy Reid might make a run at the most wins of all time. He'll have a full season to get caught up. Joe, how do you feel?
When he's retired. Not when he's retired and Belichick is taking his wins.
This is what I'm talking about. Joey is talking in this discussion as if he's living at Andy Reid's house.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's the third guy at the dinner table with him and his wife discussing.
Yeah. It is factual. Yeah,
you guys know that's how you argue. You have to make your point like that it is 100% fact, and then when it doesn't come true, just be like, yeah, come on, I was an idiot.
Yeah, what, you took that seriously?
Yeah, come on, dude.
Dang. All right, boys, and we'll finish up with the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl. What is it? 57.
57.
So
57. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Super Bowl for the fourth time in 5 years against the San Francisco 49ers. They did play in 2018. Chiefs were down by 10 with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The most epic comeback. I was out of the shower by then.
If Jimmy Garoppolo hit Emmanuel Sanders, this would have never been.
And if Tom Brady doesn't get a tuck rule, then it's never. I mean, come on. We're going to play this game?
Yeah, we can.
Bullshit.
We can play
Boys,
this game.
Initial thoughts on the Super Bowl. Take it away.
That I want the 49ers to win, but I don't think they're going to.
Yes.
As much as this sounds, now of course I'm going to bet on them too, because there's no way in hell my soul would allow me to push money towards this Kansas City Chiefs winning. But there's just some stupid magic right now, and I don't think anybody in the league can beat Patrick Mahomes besides Joe Burrow.
And even then,
yeah, I think that's it. I think Joe Burrow is the only one that's going to be able to hold a candle to Mahomes going forward. Just whether or not he can stay healthy. I really worry about the 49ers defensive line that was supposed to be their strong point the entire year. They have been non-existent. I do think though that the linebackers from the 49ers are going to be a massive, massive, massive role in this game. And it's going to be I think it's be Fred Warner and Isaiah Pacheco. And just
one-on-one.
Running head first, like steam freaking rollers right at each other. It's going to be violent. It's going to be a violent game.
They just combine into one giant person.
It's going to be a violent game. No.
Chase, as a Chiefs fan, how do we feel?
During the regular season, we looked kind of a little iffy. Yeah. So I wasn't sure how
mediocre at best.
I guess we won the division, but
yeah, I mean,
I wasn't sure what to expect.
That division.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your team's record? Did you even watch the Patriots?
We had the third overall pick in the draft. I wanted them to lose every game. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're in tank mode.
Yeah,
that is fair. He was very consistent on that one.
Yeah.
He was early
after week 3.
Yeah, the whole team.
You saw the light. Yeah.
He's like light it all on fire. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't sure what to make of the Chiefs, but then we beat Josh Allen. Wasn't sure we were going to do that, and then we beat the MVP Lamar Jackson. and the Ravens defense. So why would we not beat the 49ers?
Yeah,
That's how
who do
I'm
you
looking
prefer,
at it.
Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, or Fred Warner and whoever else? We've already beat the number one defense in the world.
If there is a team to do it, bro, Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, like the Nick Bosa. We just said Fred Warner. I mean, they like that. This team. I mean, Chase Young. We'll see if he shows up. It's like this team is absolutely. Trent Williams is the best left tackle in football. We'll see. Well, they have the talent. We'll see if Brock Purdy can be what Kyle Shanahan needs him to be and make that throw that Jimmy Garoppolo missed.
Everyone forgets Jimmy G was the guy. That was before the season that he hurt his shoulder, so he was on the big contract. He was the sexy signing. He played a decent game that game too.
Yeah,
he did, but also think about how they got there 4 years ago. Jimmy G had 8 passes in the NFC Championship game. Remember? So Brock Purdy is doing a lot more with that offense than Jimmy G ever.
Who was their running back? Was it
Tevin Coleman? I think
it was. They had
like
guy in Miami.
running backs.
That was Mostert.
Oh yeah, Mostert.
Mostert. Tevin Coleman was on that team, and Jeff Wilson too, right?
Yeah. Monster. I think this game is won in the trenches. Their interior offensive line is not as good as Chris Jones and company. So if we can get a loose pocket going, make Brock Purdy get some happy feet, make him make the throws, stay in your lanes where he can't scramble for those big plays. I'm actually feeling okay. This is the weirdest I've felt.
Where is Spags going to line up Chris Jones? Like, is he going to be interior? Is he going to be D end? Because the problem with that, George Kittle is the best blocking tight end in football. And if you're going to be putting him out at D end, that could be big.
Wait, you're saying Chris Jones can't handle George Kittle?
George Kittle and Donovan Smith. Not Donovan Smith. Trent Williams. No, I don't. I don't think he can.
What about the other side of the line?
Yeah, what about the other number one?
I mean, I guess it'd be usually they could try, but that's usually his power side. That side is Chris Jones' power side.
I'd like it to be known first and foremost that I already put down some cash on Sam Darnold, Super Bowl MVP. So
what was the payout?
I had some free bets that were going to expire over the weekend when I was in Nebraska, and saw that it was like plus 15,000. And so I threw a free bet on Sam Darnold, Super Bowl MVP.
So you need Brock Purdy to get hurt real quick.
So
Aaron Rodgers
if that winds up happening,
Aaron Rodgers quick.
If that winds up happening, I will not be on next week's show. I will be in Cancun, rubbing that win in Dak Prescott's face, in Lamar Jackson's face. So let's go Sam Darnold.
So I could see a Tua and Jalen Hurts situation coming in here. The
Chris Jones lands on him, and
Brock Purdy sucking it up in the first half, and they switch to Darnold to start hucking it. Oh baby, then Ayuk and Debo going deep. Ooh.
Fun fact: L'Jarius Sneed is giving up, I think, 43 yards on average to the number one receiver of everyone this season. That includes Devonta Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, 49ers have 2 number one.
Who else is on? Garrett Wilson. So I'm really not worried about the receiving core. So I think it's going to be, can we stop Christian McCaffrey? Can we get pressure on Brock Purdy? Can we keep kind of the ball out of Debo's hands at least?
You won't. So, you can't stop Christian McCaffrey.
You can't. That's a.
We stopped Derrick Henry like 3 years in a row when he was.
Derrick Henry's not the same player. Derrick Henry is just an up and downfield downhill runner. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, he's going to catch it 5 times. He's going to run it 20 times. I mean, the guy you can't keep the ball out of his hand. He will have 100 yards. That's a guarantee.
We have Kadarius Toney.
Don't even joke. I think he's going to.
Congrats,
Chase. Do you want him to get the ball? Do you want him to get?
I didn't know he was like my age.
He is a number one receiver in the NFL
when he gets the ball,
according to him, himself. Yeah,
when he catches the ball. Yeah.
Last thing, Usher, the halftime show. What do we think? What's the first song going to be? Is he going to play DJ Got Me Falling in Love again?
What are we talking about? Like, this would have been cool 20 years ago. Like literally 20 years ago. Isn't that when his big?
No.
Yeah.
That came out in like 2004, right?
What's wrong with Usher?
It's 2024, bro.
Would you rather have Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would, because that would be very fitting for this year and this time. I think it would be incredible, and but I don't want it because then the NFL would just make so much money. They would make so much money. The Swifties would just sell out the Super Bowl. But
Taylor Swift has generated $330 million extra dollars for the National Football League just by showing up to games. Chris, I bet you love that.
Everybody knows halftime is when you throw on the Puppy Bowl. So I don't even know why we're talking about this.
Okay.
The Puppy Bowl 25 or something. They've had a
It's
good
fantastic, yeah.
Dang, that'll do it for the Sports Talk. It's Super Bowl edition. Music break. All right, boys, we are so back. Squeeze of the week. You guys know the drill. Most outlandish takes. Our guest, Lil Juice.
Lil Juice.
Hot and spicy one. Chase, what
Take
do you
it
got?
away, Lil
What's your
Juice.
take?
My squeeze is that Bill Russell's 11 rings are incredibly overrated. And he's not really like a top tier center all time, if we're being honest.
Oh, God. Okay, hang on. Okay,
What makes you say that? Like,
You
what,
just got Joey healthy.
what brings you there before Joey pops like a blister?
The main reason is that there was only 6 teams in the league back then.
That's a
Okay.
good point. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it is a
But
good
why
point.
does it is a good point because I said it. But so what is that? Just why is that? How does that disqualify him as being one of the best centers of all time?
I mean, this is off the dome just from being a sports fan.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
That's
sure
what we
his
do.
like shooting percentage was like in the 40s and he was like 7 foot tall against a bunch of janitors.
You are very true. That is very accurate. He had a
Okay.
career shooting percentage of 44%.
Okay.
His free throw was probably 50%.
His free throw was 56%.
Way to go, boys.
No, but he did average 22 and a half rebounds.
He did.
All right, and they did not keep track of blocks, but they said he could have averaged 10 blocks a game.
I mean, how many blocks did Wilt Chamberlain have?
Well, Okay,
Maybe
but
the
so
same.
you
Oh,
wanna-
'cause they didn't, yeah.
So Chase, would you put Wilt Chamberlain in your top echelon of centers?
Yes. All I'm saying is I wouldn't put
But
Bill
why?
Russell.
Because Bill Russell beat him every single time.
I mean, yeah, it's a team sport in the end of the.
Oh,
Is it? Was it back then? Really? I mean, because you had Wilt.
You know
Chamberlain-
who was on those Celtics teams?
Yeah, but Wilt Chamberlain was scoring
Cousy and Sam
50
Jones.
points a game. Is that a team sport when he's scoring 50?
I mean,
A
if that's your
game?
best option.
A game? Not just once in a season. 50 points on average. That's
If
not
you were
much of a
Wilt
team
Chamberlain's
sport.
point guard, would you not be giving him the ball?
I think
every
Wilt Chamberlain
possession?
was his own point guard. He averaged like 8 assists that season too. So he just was the entire team.
All I'm saying is I don't put him up there with Shaq, Hakeem. I mean, Jokic at this point.
Hey.
Wilt, Kareem. I'd say he's in the second tier, in my opinion.
you think he's all second NBA team centers?
Yes. Elvin Hayes, Bob McAdoo, if you call them centers. Patrick
not-
Ewing,
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone.
I mean,
Ooh.
okay, but
I
dude,
might agree with you. I think I'm in with him.
I cannot believe you're saying this.
I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I cannot
The
believe
only thing he's
11
got is 11 rings
So,
and some rebounds.
Joey is
Hey.
alarmed.
Hey, it was 11 rings, but against who you're saying you're putting up into that echelon, who also had the logo on his team. So, it says
That
that
was okay. Wait a second. Okay, Wilt won a. He didn't. First of all, I did my wax museum project in elementary school. I was Wilt Chamberlain. Okay.
Well, then you are you
That
are
probably didn't
an
age well.
expert. You are.
I was going to say,
an
wait,
expert.
did you go
Yeah.
black?
I did not. I did not sleep with 2,000 women either.
Hey,
But,
that's-
Not yet.
20,000. Sorry.
Yeah.
you're getting there. You're getting there.
20,000.
You're getting there.
Wilt Chamberlain at the end of his career, yes, he played with the Lakers. He played with Jerry West. That's the year he led the league in assists. But
Mhm.
that was also when he was older and he won a championship.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, but he didn't play
But not
for them
against
that long.
not against Russell.
Okay, Bill Russell didn't win 11 championships all against Wilt Chamberlain.
A lot of them were against.
Do you know that?
Let me see. I'll pull it up right now.
Because I don't know that.
Okay, Russell.
Chris,
Man,
have you sifted?
I've got nothing to offer. My sports knowledge does not go back that far, but I love anything that triggers Joey getting into statistical analysis and data mode.
Data. Love it.
Yeah, it's like watching a shark getting ready to eat.
I'm with Chase. I think he's a second tier NBA center.
Joey, are you arguing he's first tier, top 5?
No, I think he's Mount Rushmore of NBA all time.
Out of
Bill-
anybody?
Out
Out
of
of anybody?
everybody who's ever played.
Okay.
Well, that's just fundamentally wrong.
Absolutely not. It says even if the stat right here, even if you look past the slightest stats past his 100-point game, it's obvious Bill Russell's a better player. He's a better teammate, coach, winner, and arguably the best defensive player of all time. He won 8 titles in a row because of his team's chemistry, and his defense was insanely consistent due to him, is what it says. Now, that might be a Red Auerbach. It could be all those things, but it doesn't matter. That time, he beat everybody, and that was at the same time.
Okay, you said the word everybody.
Everybody, and
That's
including
5 other
Bill
teams.
Russell. You said Will Chamberlain is a top echelon player, and he never beat him in the finals. He never beat him. So he lost to him 8 times in the finals. Okay, so I mean that's insane. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Chase, you just gave up.
No, I'm saying that is a lot. That doesn't mean it's still not a team sport. It's not like Bill Russell was like carrying those
he
teams.
was guarding him, though. He was guarding
him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Wilt's stats were terrible.
Now I'm flip-flopping here. Joey, you're way wrong. He's on your Mount Rushmore of all-time players.
All time.
Yeah.
How can he not be? 11 championships and then he
11
became
rings.
a coach,
That's incredible.
Then became a coach afterwards. His number is permanently retired across the NBA. Michael Jordan's isn't. Bill Russell's is.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Nobody
Number
can wear
6?
Yes,
LeBron literally wears
number 6.
Not anymore. Not
you
anymore.
mean when he died? Are you saying when he died?
When he died, it was retired. It is retired.
Michael Jordan hasn't died yet. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter if it is not retired. It is the only number. It's like Gretzky. Nobody can wear 99. Nobody can wear 6.
Can we get your Mount Rushmore then?
Michael, LeBron,
Okay.
Bill Russell, and number 4. Talk about most dominant player, probably Shaq. No, you look at greatness. Look at championships.
Joey will die on this
I don't die
hill.
on the championship hill.
I die on it. I was born on it, bred on it,
You're a
raised
Celtics
on it.
Patriots fan, so
Yeah.
you can die on it.
That's right, baby. That's right. Title town, motherfucker. All right, so this is how this
Joey's
works.
feeling squirrely tonight.
Oh,
I'm all hopped up on cough medicine, bruh.
Thanks for the squeeze, Chase.
Yeah,
But I
there
had
you
a
go.
quick one. I'm just going to piss Chris off. I'm just going to
I'm already pissed off.
slobber all over Kansas City real quick. This is the greatest year of the Kansas City history, pending a Super Bowl win. Won last year, got Taylor Swift, just signed Bobby Wood Jr. to the biggest contract in Royals history, literally 2 days ago, which means we're going to get a brand new stadium downtown in the next few years. FIFA was announced. We got 6 games coming to Arrowhead, including a semifinal game. Oh my gosh. Plus, the Grammys were this last weekend. Kansas City was the #1 TV market for the Grammys in the country, supporting old T Swift. Kelsey brothers are dominating. Oh, what a time it is. Chase, we got to get you back out. We got to move your ass out here. Things are happening right now.
I know. It's like
That's all I had.
The Chiefs are like the 96 Bulls or something.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys got to get out of your bubble. Get out of the
Oh,
KC
disgusting.
bubble.
Let's go.
I
Taylor
love
Swift is
that.
not a bubble.
I love
Taylor Swift is not a
that
bubble, but the
one of the
chainsaw.
qualifiers of the greatest year in KC history was we watched this one TV show a whole shitload
I just
more
thought
than
that was
everybody
cool.
else.
Kansas City market.
That
showing
makes
up at
it a
the
great
Grammys.
year.
A lot of
We
good
were
things
all watching
happening.
TV at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm happy for your city, but you still have to realize that there is a world outside of Kansas City that
Not
is
right
not
now.
as
There is not right now.
obsessed with them as you are, and you can't compare them to the '96 Bulls.
Oh, you're right. They might be bigger because who is Dennis Rodman dating? Like Carmen Electra?
Carmen
This is Taylor
Electra?
Swift. Yeah. Come on. Taylor Swift is the Paul McCartney of today's age.
So wait a minute, is it that they're tied to a bigger
God.
celebrity, or they themselves are bigger? Because
All of it, the whole thing, it's a
those are
pop
two
culture
different arguments
phenomenon.
you're making, McCoy. Your
Pop
argument's
culture
full of
phenomenon.
holes, just like every squeeze you lay in this space.
And I take back Shaq and I put on Magic Johnson.
Well, it's even dumber.
Okay, good pickup.
There we go. Yeah,
Magic Johnson's on-
Magic Johnson's on my
As long as you have LeBron, yeah.
Good for
No,
Casey.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah,
I'm
that's a great
agreeing with you.
squeeze.
Thank you. Hey, who asked this guy on the show? Who asked this guy on the show?
That's a great squeeze, buddy.
Joey, if people want to submit their squeezes of the week, how do they do so?
Well, listeners.
Look at that radio voice.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can hit a deep octave today.
Ooh, get it? Yeah, buddy.
Listeners, now listening to NPR News. You can submit your most outrageous sports takes. I want to stop with sports takes by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com. That is juiceboyshow@gmail.com. Send us a DM on Instagram at juiceboyshow with 2 S's. Chase 2 S's. And if it has the pulp, then we'll read it on the show. I can't go high today.
You really can't go.
Oh, wow. You're really working that.
Chris?
Hey, what's up? Hey,
Chris,
hey, Dodo.
who sponsored today's show?
Fellas, I know right now we're all still getting over the guilt of having long since given up on our New Year's resolutions. But it's almost spring, a time for rebirth, a time for healing, a time of beauty and delicacy. And that's why I would love to tell you about the sponsor of today's episode, the Antonio Brown Wellness Retreat.
Oh, no.
That's right, dear listener. As spring awakens, the Antonio Brown Wellness Retreat is here to pamper you into a state of perpetual bliss known as CTE, which was originally discovered by our founder, AB himself, after one particularly sprousing game of football with Vontaze Burfict.
Almost killed him. He was daled.
And I know what you're thinking. Why do I need a full 7-day retreat out of Tom Brady's pool house when I can get a fast, cost-effective frontal lobotomy locally? Well, we hear you, dear Juice Junkie. And the reason is simple. It's that perfection takes time. And old AB likes to take his time to form fit your CTE to your personal goals. And we promise you won't notice that week has gone by. And you'll be rapid firing tweets about your sex life in no time. So come one, come all to the Antonio Brown Wellness Retreat, where you can live in a fantasy of your own making forever.
Did you hear about the news with him and Chandler Jones? They want to start a podcast about how they don't have CTE.
That was what gave me the idea for that.
Yeah, I was like, no, I might listen to it just to hear why. What?
That's what it would sound like.
Saying?
What did Chandler Jones say? He was talking about his wife that did not exist.
And he said that like Josh McDaniels was involved in the murder of Aaron Hernandez in jail. It says that Aaron Hernandez was innocent and that Josh McDaniels had him killed. And it's just like,
I mean, out of all the coaches in the NFL who may do something like that, I mean, Josh McDaniels is that.
I mean, that was when Chandler Jones was on the team that Josh McDaniels was coaching. Yeah, I guess that was when McDaniels was coaching the Raiders when he said that. I was like, whoa.
That was a bad week for Chandler Jones.
No, not
if I remember correctly.
Locked out of the building. Whew. All right, boys. Big potato, our big topic of the day. We went with, in the name of the Super Bowel movement.
Superb owl.
Yes, we're going with best Super Bowl moments in our lifetime, or I guess ever, in NFL history. This can be plays. This can be moments. Hell, it could be commercials if it brings you joy.
Thanks, Mean Joe.
Chase?
Thank you. Well, this is not a football play, but I'd like to go with the halftime show of Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent,
Good call.
Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige.
Ooh.
I think it was my favorite Super Bowl halftime show of all time.
In my opinion, it was the best ever.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
I would say that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah,
That
they
was
brought out
fantastic.
50 Cent.
Yep.
It was just sick. Anderson .Paak was on playing the old drums. In the
Yeah,
back.
no one noticed that he was just on the end, like slapping the skins over there.
That was so. With his
He was just
huge
trying to get on
smile.
stage.
It was
He's
super
so
hype.
awesome.
And then 50 Cent was hanging upside down, right?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
the In the Club music video. Big surprise.
And then Dre was just mixing the whole thing. That was his whole.
I thought when it started with Dre and Snoop was just the best, dude. And then Snoop's up there crip walking on in his Rams stuff. I was like, this is awesome, dude. That was so fun. It was so good. Mary J. Blige was in that too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was so good.
So maybe Usher
Great
came
moment there, little
Yeah,
juice.
maybe
And interesting
Usher.
that you say that, and that was a game the Chiefs were not in.
No, that was old Joe Burrow and Matthew. That was when Aaron Donald took over the last 2
Yes.
minutes single-handedly.
Yeah, and just threw Burrow like a rag doll on the
Just
last
dominance.
play.
Yes.
It was just,
Oh,
that wasn't
Chase.
even fair.
Great
I
start.
love it, Chase.
Thank you.
I had prepared thinking that Joey wasn't going to be joining us today. So I was gonna do something nice for Joey. Be like, oh, hey, he doesn't know what's in the episode. So, let's do something
He's not going to be here
fun.
to defend himself.
No, I was like, oh, let's give him something to uplift his spirits. But then he showed up, and so I'm going to do the opposite. How would we like to all talk about the David Tyree helmet catch?
Oh, let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about.
Is this the fourth time this has popped up on 28 episodes?
I think only the third. We're not at Randy Johnson levels yet,
not
but
yet. Not yet.
it's common. Yeah, so I mean, it's probably the greatest play in Super Bowl history. It's Eli Manning escaping half a dozen tackles. I mean, should have been.
Richard Seymour had both hands on him, like was basically about to kiss him.
Yeah, he should have been a fine paste on the turf for all intents and purposes, but somehow shakes every single tackle, throws the ball downfield to who gives a shit, David Tyree.
Jesus.
Who
never played again. Never played in the NFL.
How was his season?
Seriously?
Never played again, Chase.
What?
He was a special teamer, dude. I think he had like eight catches that season. He was a special teams player.
My God.
Yeah,
did not know
then
that.
he just
showed
humped it
up when
up
it
there.
counted.
Rodney Harrison was mugging the shit out of him, and then he just pinned the ball against his helmet. And the greatest catch in probably NFL history. Makes me so sad.
And crush the Patriots' perfect season to find dust.
Because then I think
Perfect season.
two plays after that, I think it went. That was the touchdown to Plaxico Burress, and then the Patriots had almost a minute left, and all they did was just huck it deep to Randy Moss, and I was like, "No, dude, that's not going to do it." And then they lost. So we'll pull up David Tyree's career stats here. Career
Did that make
stats,
you feel better, Joey?
No, his career stats: 54 catches, 650 yards. That season, yeah, I was right. He had 4 catches and 35 yards that season.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
The whole season. Yep, never.
Was he cut that off season, or did he make the roster?
Yeah, he's injured. He's injured, and then apparently he came back for Baltimore, but never got in.
And now he's an advisor.
That was his last on-field play and the greatest play in
Pretty good, yeah.
Super Bowl history. So,
Joey beat that.
I'm gonna go back. I was gonna take Malcolm Butler, but I think that's my Coliseum.
That's what I'm gonna go with for you.
I know Malcolm Butler is the Coliseum. I think you say David Tyree, and as I've said several times, any Patriots fan, any real Patriots fan, that was their favorite Super Bowl. That was the best one that ever happened, because that was after they won 3, after they lost back to the Giants, and then Malcolm Butler happens. But I'm going to say for the most incredible moment, I'm going to take one that, as a kid, absolutely electrified me and made me the biggest football fan ever, because I was living in Denver in 1997, and I'm going to take the John Elway helicopter leap.
Oh, the helicopter.
Nice call.
John Elway helicopter leap. That was on 3rd and 6. The Broncos were down. They needed that first down, and 37-year-old can't move John Elway. Good comes out, knows he has to get it, dives head first, and in one of the most unbelievable sequences, gets hit in the chest and the legs in opposite directions, flies around, holds onto the ball, and then controversy happens after that, because right afterwards, Terrell Davis walks in on a touchdown. You guys, Chase, you weren't even alive, were you? What year were you born?
Nope.
No. Okay. So, the next play, Terrell Davis just strolls in, and the controversy is that Mike Holmgren let him score. So there would be time left on the clock for Brett Favre. So really, that John Elway getting that first down was what won the game for the Broncos. Because then then I guess the interception of Brett Favre on the last drive by Tyrone Braxton, that was pretty cool too. But so when I was a kid, I was obsessed with John Elway, living in Denver, loved him. That was Tom Brady didn't come around till I was a freshman in high school. But so the John Elway helicopter play, iconic, probably the top moment in Broncos history. One of the top moments in Super Bowl history.
Yeah.
Guys, you're all missing the biggest one.
Solid.
It's the 20-year anniversary
The Patriots won 20 years ago.
of Nipplegate.
Oh boy.
No one's going to bring
That's
up
right.
20 years.
You got
That's
me there.
right. That's right, because that was the Patriots
Oh
and
my
Panthers
God.
Super Bowl. I remember that.
20 years ago, Janet Jackson was headlining the Super Bowl, brought on a probably, 23-year-old Justin Timberlake. They're playing, I think, Rock My Body. Old Justin Timberlake reaches across for a dance move, and I think I saw a nipple.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see a nipple on live TV.
It was
over
for a split
100 million people were was exposed to
Saw
a Jackson
one nipple all at the same time.
Yep. I remember I was playing basketball during the game, came in. We lived in Texas at the time, Chase. Ran in for the halftime show, and I got to see a nipple as a nice fourth grader. So,
What?
yeah.
Pretty good.
Could you imagine if that happened in today's world with 6 million podcasts, 6 million social media accounts?
I missed it live because it was the Patriots are playing, and so I just, as Chris was saying, that was my time to watch the Puppy Bowl. You know, 'cause I was really gonna miss. I could not miss the Puppy Bowl. No, but I was getting snacks, and then I was hear from everybody in the like. This was my senior year of high school, and we were just going absolutely nuts, and I missed it. And then I had to try to get onto the dial-up internet afterwards and see it afterwards, and just like jap. There it is. There it is. There's the boob.
And then it was supposed to be was it on purpose? Was it a malfunction?
If it was not on purpose,
wardrobe malfunction.
That's what
If it was not on purpose, then Justin Timberlake's a sexual predator. All right, you can't just rip somebody's titty off. I mean, it's just like that. You can't do that. I
didn't realize it was 20 years ago. The 20-year anniversary of old Nipplegate. Beat that. I can't believe I thought Chris was going to steal that for sure.
I didn't even think about that. Like that's a
I'm
beautiful
thinking,
callback.
In-game moments. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't even think. You're
like Lady Gaga jumping out of the stadium.
Chase, number 2.
Well, it was hard for me to pick a specific Chiefs Super Bowl play, but I went with Mahomes' 26-yard scramble last year against the Eagles.
Epic.
On one ankle. There was 2:30 to go. It was tied at 35. It kind of won the game besides the next.
Got us in the field goal range.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
and after that was the holding, the double.
No, the McKinnon. Actually, was it? Oh, it might have been the hold on Juju.
The hold afterward, yeah.
Yeah.
The double hold that I guess people didn't want called for some reason. Yeah.
Chris is one of those people.
Fact.
It's going to get lost in history that he won that Super Bowl on one leg.
No
one's
won't.
going to remember. I hope it doesn't.
No, it won't, because every single time they showed him, he was looking like he was about to be like put down like a lame horse. I mean, it was just like, oh my God. It was
just shot in the temple?
Just right there. I mean, we got to put you down, Patrick.
Chiefs fans aren't going to let anyone forget.
Yeah, we won't do it. Chris, beat that.
I got to go with the Von Miller strip sack in Super Bowl 50.
Oh, that was so awesome.
It was early in the game, and Broncos were expected to be they were underdogs, like solidly underdogs in that Super Bowl because Peyton Manning wasn't playing that great.
The Panthers are 15-1.
And yeah, Cam Newton was playing absolutely like just lights out football, playing the best football he ever had, ever will. Yeah. And instead, Von Miller came in and he had a different plan. Went ahead and crashed in on a edge blitz, knocked the ball out of Cam Newton's hand on the 5. It bounced into the end zone where Malik Jackson jumped on it.
Malik Jackson.
Oh, for a touchdown to set the tone en route to Von Miller's Super Bowl MVP.
Von Miller got a flag on that because he did the 3 pump. Remember?
The 3 pump. That was right.
He did the 3 pump. And so he got a flag.
I forgot about that.
It was so awesome. So yeah, he did the 1, 2. He did the 3 pump. And I have a tank top from this beer Olympics that I used to go to back in the day. That was the logo, was him doing the 3 pump.
Is that when the NFL had to officially come out and say like? That was already broke the threshold, right?
That was before that. That's why he got the flag.
The NFL had to come out and say,
it was known.
Where we crossed the line.
Yeah. It was known. We don't care if you're a 2 pump guy, but anything beyond that feels excessive.
I forgot.
All of a sudden, Roger Goodell starts feeling self-conscious.
They feel bad for the 2-pump chump, but 3, like, come on, we've all been there.
Yeah.
But just
I forgot to mention this because that defense was incredible. Was that 2015, right? So they allowed 340 points in 20 games. The Chiefs, this defense has allowed 335 points in 21 games. So when you watch it, they are that type of and I don't think the Chiefs defense got a lot of credit for being. I remember the Broncos defense being electric. Like they were, you could not. I mean, they brought Peyton Manning's ass all the way there.
Yeah, in the Broncos defense that season, the Chiefs offense is much better than the Broncos 2015 offense.
Yeah, but that Broncos D was good, and I don't feel like the Chiefs
legit.
defense is getting that type of conversation around.
But that Von Miller sack,
Kelsey.
That Von Miller sack was so awesome because he just like ran into him. They were just like titty to titty, like face to face, and they were just like, "What do we do?" And Von was like, "Oh, I'm going to take the ball." I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. We're hugging. I'm going to take this ball. All right, I'm going to not be as Patriot-centric. I have the three of my list are Patriots with the Julian Edelman catch, unbelievable. The Dante Hightower sack on Matt Ryan that has completely changed the entire momentum of the game. And then also the Anna Vinatieri's kick against the Rams, which gave them their first one. However,
cool. So are we not going with the Patriots?
No. So, however,
I feel like we just had 6 selections.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get it out there, bro. You got to
sneak some in there, doesn't it?
People have to, because if people.
Everybody gets 2, Joey gets 9.
Yeah, because everybody listening to this podcast would just think that, like, if this is all that's happening, they think the Chiefs are the greatest thing that's ever happened. They forgot about the 20
no one's at risk of thinking about that.
They forgot about the 20-year dominance of the greatest franchise in professional sports history.
Was it 20 years or was it 2 separate?
In the NFL history, but no, there was 20 years. They won 6 in 20 years. They missed out 10 of those years, and they still.
Okay, moving on. What do you got?
Anyway, so my next moment was 1999. All right, 2 teams that never won the Super Bowl before, with the Tennessee Titans and the St. Louis Rams, and this was one of the greatest games ever played. The greatest show on turf with Kurt Warner coming in after bagging groceries. Right, they pull him off the street, comes in and has an MVP season. And brings him down, takes the lead, gives Steve McNair the ball with a minute left, and comes down, has an unbelievable drive. Go back and watch that final drive by Steve McNair. He was throwing people off left and right. It looked like every single play on that drive was an Eli Manning scramble. Every single play. And he was getting out there, hitting Frank Wycheck out in the flat, get running for first downs. They come down to one last play. There's no timeouts left. They know it. So they snap the ball with 3 seconds left. Kevin Dyson goes across the middle and gets tackled by Mike Jones, stretches across the goal line, is short by 1 freaking yard. And I'll never forget the call. Kevin Dyson reaching across the goal line. No. And it was just, then Mike Jones, another player that never amounted to anything ever again. Mike Jones, the middle linebacker, making the play of his life, stoning Kevin Dyson on the 1-yard line, winning the game for the Rams. That was freaking electric. I was 12 years old, losing my mind.
I'm going to bring us home with not football again.
No.
Oh.
2001.
Paul McCartney.
Or no, 2002 halftime show.
It's U2.
U2. Oh my God. This moment has brought me to tears more times than I would care to admit.
Is this why you picked this?
Chase picked. This was Chase. Chase picked this.
It was an idea. It was just thrown out there.
This was
who that halftime show was for?
Post 9/11.
Patriots won that Super Bowl.
Oh, that's fine. This was
there's
post
another pick
9/11. They play Beautiful Day into MLK, into Where the Streets Have No Name. Yeah. And when they start Where the Streets Have No Name, they dropped a, what would you call it? They dropped a screen down playing all of the names of the fallen people who had died in 9/11 months ago. It's the most shivering, deep, like emotional. Gnarly. The whole country was, the whole world was American for about 10 minutes there. And then at the very end, the outro, as Bono is screaming out his last note, he opens his jacket and there's an American flag in his jacket. That gives you, everyone needs to go watch it.
Listener Cody is getting real misty-eyed just talking about it.
I'll watch it.
Listener, DM me, and I'll send it to you. I got it on DVD box set. Don't worry.
Yeah, it is.
That was the Patriots season on DVD box set. And
couldn't possibly find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Joey needs to send you a physical DVD.
No, it'd be you need it. You need
to be there in 6 days.
You need the tangible.
Joey's not paying for 2 days shipping. F all you.
$7.99 for a
I'm not paying
subscription
for
to
shipping
Joe
at all. I
Flicks.
mean, you got to pay me. I'll send it to you.
I think everyone needs to watch this moment because they don't do a thing where they play all the hits in a 12-minute period. They slowed the moment down. They played 2 full songs with a musical interlude. Oh, it literally has changed my emotional state many times. So that's not even funny. Everyone just needs to check it out. Post 9/11.
It was excellent.
Oh gosh.
And that was right. That was the halftime when the Patriots were up 17-3.
Oh my gosh. We had
And
to talk
then
about
the
fucking
Rams
Patriots.
came back and tied it at 17, and Tom Brady led his first playoff winning drive. And
And he passed for 113 yards that game. That's great. Let's move on.
It was more than that.
It was 132.
And he won MVP, so whatever, brother. All right, Juice Junkies, friends, listeners, anybody else who just stumbled upon this, thank you for listening. And remember, you can now listen to the podcast on all major podcast networks, including Google, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. If you're enjoying the show, please consider following and rating the show and leave us a review if you listen through Apple. We encourage you to follow our YouTube channel. Just push that subscribe button.
Ooh.
Also, be a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast and follow us on Instagram, Juice Boys Show with 2 S's. Chase, don't forget it.
Damn it, Chase.
Come on, Chase.
Cody.
Just about wraps us up. Chris, who is sponsoring our last set of picks in the NFL season.
Oh my God.
Boys,
My God.
today's picks are brought to you by that one jackass that brings healthy snacks to your Super Bowl party. Hello, dear listener. It's me, that one jackass that brings healthy snacks to your Super Bowl party. And I'm so excited to somehow have gotten another invite to this year's Super Bowl party. And I'm happy to stand next to all of the snacks all night long and force people to try my new age, very special, very expensive garbage. While I go, you wouldn't have guessed it was good for you, right? Yes, listener, rest assured that one jackass that brings healthy snacks to your Super Bowl party is not here to watch a single snap of the game. They're here to bully people into joining them in eating foods that make them sad.
Would you guess it's quinoa?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
You'd never guess that that wasn't real cheese, huh?
Yeah, it tastes like
Oh
shit.
my God, where am I? Lost my spot. And since you love me so much, I know you'll love my spouse. That one jackass that needs to tell everyone that they don't care about the game, they just want to watch the ads.
Oh, boo.
So happy Super Bowl, Juice Junkies, and pony up next to an unnecessary amount of organic, free-range garbage brought here by your best buddy, that one jackass that brings healthy snacks to your Super Bowl party.
Dr. Pulp may be having a Super Bowl party, and I may not be attending because I can't handle that.
What the hell's the matter with you? It's your brother.
No,
Yeah, do better.
It's like, no, I can't.
Cody, we have talked about this
Making
several
ribs.
times.
Cody, we're in the good old days.
You do not have the intestinal fortitude to be a fan of a dynasty. All right. I mean, you have
I'm
to
going to
be
watch
there.
the game. I
No,
may
you
not
have
just
to
be around
there
a
and
bunch
be
of people.
Proud. You have to be there and be proud to be there. Like, we are going to celebrate together.
No, but there's not going to be enough focus on the game. I need to sit.
You're in Kansas City,
Yes.
of course there will be. Come on. I'm a Patriots fan. I was watching with everybody. You guys, it was trying to literally distract me the entire time. I was just like throwing up fists, like, don't fuck with me. You know, so you're going to be, you'll be fine out in KC. You need to be around the peeps. You cannot be isolated in a moment. Like,
Cody's going to go watch that game in isolation on the snowbank out back at that guy's house where those 2 dudes died.
In our neighborhood.
That was in your neighborhood?
Yeah.
it was North Kansas City. That was pretty close.
That was like,
yeah.
that was 30 seconds from where.
I did call in an anonymous tip
Dude, I
that
was
they
not-
should look into you for that.
Cody, I'm not going to lie. I was reading that news story and I was like, that looks like it's in their backyard.
Yeah.
And, oh my God. That's nuts.
For
is
those who
new
are not
information.
following, 2 dudes froze to death in their backyard after a Chiefs game, and they weren't discovered. Oh, 3. They weren't discovered until 2 days later.
They just
But
partied
that's
so
just
hard.
They OD. I think they OD'd. Yeah, there's some weird stuff, but that was just in the old neighborhood.
Typical Kansas City.
Chris, what are we doing for the last set of picks of 2023, 2024 year?
Yeah, so just to review, 2 weeks ago was the last time that we did picks. We wound up with the Wheel of D-Gen going 0-3, the Sultan of Sift with a 1-2, and then Cody and I going a respectable 2-1. Joey, you get to pick third.
Let's shit the bed down the stretch.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so for this week, we're picking 5. We have a total of 7 points available.
No,
So we're doing wide receiver over under yards, running back over under rushing yards.
Okay, just running back, not rushing.
Well, just rusher,
Okay,
I guess.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
rusher running yards.
Okay.
And then defensive tackle and assist over under. And then you get to pick one anytime touchdown that's at least plus 100.
I'm going to go over on the Mahomes rushing. I think it's like 26.5.
You mother effer, I had that too.
It's 26.5.
I think he's going to hit that easy.
I'm going to go McCaffrey over 90.5.
You sons of bitches. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, so I'm going to do the opposite here, and I'm going to go Brock Purdy over 12.5.
I'll take the over on the Kelsey receiving yards too. I don't even know what the number is, but give the man the damn ball.
All right, so we've got over 69.5 for Kelsey.
Easy money. That's the first half numbers. Chase, you
I'm
can
going to go Clyde
Uh-oh.
Edwards-Helaire under 5.5 receiving yards.
All right, so now I'm to wide receivers. And Cody, I'm going to blow your tits off, and I'm going to take MVS over 19.5 yards.
That's one catch, baby.
That's doable, yeah.
He's
That's
got
it.
one catch.
19.5.
I'm gonna take Rashee Rice on the anytime touchdown.
Good play. Good play. Who is?
Rashee Rice gonna have something spicy in the red zone.
Oh,
Chase,
man,
need a
give me
Like, is it going to smell?
George Kittle.
Dickle my
George Kittle, anytime Teddy.
Dickle my Kittle.
All right, so for my tackle and assists, I am going to go Fred Warner over 8.5 tackles.
I'm taking Nick Bolton over 5.5 tackles. That
No, it's
feels like
8.5. It's 8.5.
Nick Bolton?
Tackles and assists, not just tackles.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have solo tackle.
Nick
Scroll
Bolton's,
down.
Nick Bolton's 8.5.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, I'll go Charvarius Ward under 4.5.
Under?
Yeah, he don't
Under
tackle.
4.5 tackles? Okay.
That guy don't tackle.
All right.
And now plus 250. Now is when we get spicy, or plus
Now-
400 rather, because that's where the cutoff is.
So I thought the cutoff was, as you said, plus 100, then plus 250.
Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah. All right.
you
So
still got
my
your,
plus 100 anytime touchdown score is going to be Debo Samuel. Let's go, Debo.
Chase,
go,
give him
Debo.
the name of the person you just said for our anytime touchdown. He's gonna get it.
Darius Tony
And you're gonna make some. You're gonna make some money if that.
on a punt return specifically.
I
They're
told
gonna.
Joey,
They're gonna let
That would
him
be pretty
return a
impressive.
punt.
I have no idea.
boys, I'm going use check anytime touchdown.
Use.
They love him. It's the Super Bowl. You know that they want to get him involved. Joe's
So
up
yeah,
next.
my plus picks. So I had Debo. There, my big time one. Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdown,
it happened in 2018.
and it's gonna happen again.
All right, boys. That's it. That's the end of the season. That's
Now for our game
final
picks,
round of
baby.
picks.
Now
Game
for our
picks.
game
Chiefs are gonna
picks.
win. We can end the show now.
Total. What is your final say? What is it going to be? Let's go.
Chase, what do you got?
I'm going to go 31-24, and I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes.
Wow, shocker.
just to be sure.
I'm going to go Travis Kelsey, MVP.
Oh, really?
Taylor Swift is going to come on the stage and kiss him.
And he's going to propose.
Yes.
There
That's
you
going to
go.
be the money shot.
Ugh,
Chris, score.
I got
And-
sexy real quick.
Yeah, proposal or not?
Proposal or not? No, absolutely not.
If they win, yes. If they lose, no.
Yeah, let's go 31-21 49ers.
Joey.
All right, I'm going. I know this is going to be crazy. I'm going to go high scorer. I'm going to go a little bit more. It's going to come down to a last little bit, and Brock Purdy is going to win the game.
You know that's not happening.
I know it's not going to to happen, dude. But
Sam
but I'm
Darnold is going to
say
win the
it.
game.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now. Though. It's going to be 35-31 49ers. 35-41 49ers. But my heart says 49ers. My brain says that Mahomes is going to win 27-22.
So you have two picks.
Damn it, Joey. Get
Joey
in the
always gets
program
double.
here. Yeah, Joey just gets... I'm going 27-17, which I think will be a closer score than what it'll feel like the entire game.
Is there going to be a call by the refs that is going to slightly decide the game?
Yes.
These
Chiefs game,
guys...
it's got to happen.
I got a feeling it's
right.
going to be a roughing the passer on Mahomes. It's going to make everybody lose their shit.
Oh, I'm fine with that. It's the Michael Jordan call. It's the Tom Brady call. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Go for it.
All right, boys. That's our show.
Way to go, fellas.
Super Bowl show in the books. Chase McCoy, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful.
My follower count is going to grow by 1.
One.
That's right.
Promise. Guarantee.
Excited for that, yeah.
Let's see. Chet and Perth follow Chase.
Yeah, we'll see. Joey, we hope you feel better. Chris, hope you feel better. Before we go, we forgot to tell the story. Chris, please tell the great golfing story of us and Chase. It's maybe my favorite.
Oh.
Par 3. I just need the world to know
Oh,
before we go.
Oh, God. Playing at Highland Meadows out in Windsor, Colorado. And Chase steps up to a par 3 that is an uphill 150-yard par 3.
Like obvious par 3. Like you are, yeah.
Yeah. It's decently uphill. And,
Could throw the golf ball there.
yeah.
It'd be tough.
Not a
Quite, not
super
quite.
big
Tough. It'd be tough.
And Chase, for whatever reason, decides now's a great time to hit driver.
He wasn't
Let's
hitting
go
well
big.
prior to that.
He wasn't playing great. Sure, none of us were.
never am, yeah.
But he steps up and goes, "Don't worry, guys. I'm just going to half swing." And he steps up and grips it and rips it on his practice swing. And Cody and I both go,
Easy,
dude,
big fella.
dude. I don't know what you think a half swing was, but you were triple. Where you-
Also, this par 3 was around house, like the whole.
Yeah. It's
There was
like
a house right
stadium
behind
par
it, yeah.
3. Yeah, there's nothing but houses surrounding it. Chase takes another attempt at a half swing, rips it just as much. Once again, oh yeah, Chase, no, you come on, man, you got you're gonna kill
take
somebody.
life. You're gonna take life.
Yeah, he goes, no, I think that was it. That's what I'm trying to do. He steps up to the ball.
That's a sweet spot.
He steps up to the ball and hits his driver better than he had that whole day and since,
Piss missile. It was a piss missile.
and just smokes it into the house behind the green.
Like you would if you hit a
not
driver.
just not that they're up on the green. There's the green. There's another 20 yards. There's a fence. Then
got a
there's
hole
their
there.
backyard. Then there's the house. He smoked it into that house.
It was on the roof, though, if I remember correctly.
No, it was not. It was into
was
the
not, okay.
siding. No, it was
Okay.
into the siding.
It was near windows. Okay.
It was so loud and it echoed so much because there's just houses around. So it just, I think everybody came out and looked like, how the hell did that just happen?
And he didn't do it as a bit. He did it like he thought his best play in this hole was a driver on the part. I will never forget.
It's hard to
It
have
was
swing a
beautiful.
driver.
Apparently,
It's very hard. Very hard.
I've
to
seen
have
one
success.
person attempt it and it didn't go well for him.
That's why you don't do it.
Funny thing is, he probably got a bogey on that hole after the drop. All right.
I mean, it probably ricocheted back and landed right next to the pit.
yeah. Man,
out.
that'll do it. Happy Super
Lesson
Bowl
learned.
week. Shows drop
Go
every
Niners.
Friday. Go
Go
Chiefs.
Niners,
That's
baby.
it, Fran. Let's go, boys.
Chiefs.
Back next week with another guest I do believe we're trying to get booked. Love.
And
Go Chiefs.
Bye-bye.
Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Go Niners.
Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Niners.
Go Niners. Niners.
Go Chiefs.
Niners.
Chiefs.